I've rowed across the Atlantic twice, but my latest effort to row around the entire British coast was floundering in poor weather just a few days out of London. I was aboard a small wooden rowing boat with another woman, and we were attempting a record-breaking first. Unfortunately, our situation led to a nighttime call to the Coast Guard, who instigated a rapid rescue by a crew from the Royal National Lifeboat Institution. Our journey until that point had been slow but uneventful. In fact, we were still reeling from an up-close and personal encounter with a seal in the Thames estuary. But a stiffening wind swept us off course and towards the shore as we made our way into the English Channel. Our rowing boat was drifting dangerously close to the rocks, and breaking waves poured frigid water over the bow and subsequently over us as we struggled to make headway just metres from the coast. We'd put down an anchor, but it had slipped, as had the second one we'd tossed over the side. Strong winds and countercurrents scuppered any attempt to row away from land and into the safer, deeper waters. You can imagine our relief in the pitch black of night when the lights of a rescue boat bobbed towards us. The team towed us to the historic port of Ramsgate, and a brief, unanticipated holiday ensued. I was left feeling rather foolish, but incredibly grateful to our saviours from the R.N.L.I, who I thought I'd not see again. Yet, almost a year later, I'm back. I've heard that a small group of Ramsgate R.N.L.I men have received an award for an incredible combined 150 years of volunteering. "You don't look as stressed as the last time I saw you," jokes Lance Oram, who crewed the inshore rescue boats that night in June 2013. According to their record, the team received the emergency call at 1:16 a.m. and were ready and in the IRB by 1:27 a.m. That's 11 minutes from bed to boat. "We leave our socks in our boots," says Eric Burton, one recipient of the Long Service Award, "and we aim to be at every incident within 30 minutes. We used to set off loud rocket flares or maroons so everyone in the town could hear them, and they'd get out of the way to let the crew pass. Now people don't know when we get the call-outs." Despite this, the community connectedness remains key, with many of the current volunteers representing a long line of family members who have joined the service. Since the R.N.L.I took charge in the mid-19th century, the volunteers of Ramsgate have saved the lives of more than 2,400 people in local waters, from major shipwrecks to those floundered on the shifting Goodwin Sands. I feel all the more humble looking back at my somewhat foolish rowing incident, but Lance is gracious. "I support daft adventurers all the time. I run the pilot boat for cross-channel swimmers. We're here to help everyone." As Lance shows me around the complex equipment in R.N.L.B. Esme Anderson, that's the Ramsgate offshore lifeboat, I think of the Ramsgate men, and more recently women, who have passed down the duty of saving lives at sea from generation to generation. We may sometimes forget it, but we all still need each other. Without the volunteers of Ramsgate, total strangers to me, I would probably not be speaking to you now.
Sally Kettle safely back on dry land.